Hello everyone. In today's class, we will see binomial theorem and mathematical induction. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So contents in this lecture are binomial theorem. First we will discuss about binomial theorem. After that, we will go for binomial theorem for positive index, properties of binomial coefficients, applications of binomial theorem for negative or rational index, and in the last, we will discuss principle of mathematical induction. Let's start. Let's start with the binomial theorem. Binomial theorem describes the algebraic expression of power of a binomial. According to this theorem, it is possible to expand x plus y to the power n into a sum involving terms of the form a b to the power a x to the power b y to the power c, where the exponents b and c are non-negative integers with b plus c equal to n. The coefficient a of each term is a specific positive integer depending upon n, and b is known as binomial coefficient. Now, binomial theorem for positive index. An algebraic expression consisting of two terms with positive or negative sign between them is called binomial expression. If n is any integer, then x plus a to the power n. See, there are two terms, x and a, and there should be some positive or negative sign in between them, right? So, if n is any positive integer, then x plus a to the power n can be written as nc0 x to the power n plus nc1 x to the power n minus 1 a till ncn a to the power n, and it will be equal to summation of r equal to 0 to n ncr x to the power n minus r a to the power r, where x and a are real numbers or complex numbers. The coefficient of terms equidistant from the beginning and the end are equal, right? The coefficient of terms equidistant from the beginning and the end are equal. So x minus a to the power n can be written as xcn nc0 x to the power n minus nc1 x to the power n minus 1a till minus 1 to the power n ncn a to the power n, and 1 plus x to the power n can be written as nc0 plus nc1x plus nc2x square till ncn x to the power n. Now, total number of terms of the expansion x plus a to the power n is basically n plus 1. If n is positive integer, then the number of terms in x plus y plus z to the power n is n plus 1 into n plus 2 by 2. Right? The number of terms in the expansion of x plus a to the power n plus x minus a to the power n is n plus 2 by 2 if n is even, n plus 1 by 2 if n is odd. The number of terms in the expansion of x plus a to the power n minus x minus a to the power n is n by 2 if n is even, n plus 1 by 2 if n is odd. Right? Now, general term and middle term. Let r plus 1th term be the general term in the expansion of x plus a to the power n. Then, rth term can be calculated by tr plus 1 is equal to ncr x to the power n minus r into a to the power r. If the expansion is x minus a to the power n, then general term is basically minus 1 to the power r into ncr x to the power n minus r into a to the power r. The middle term in the expansion of a plus x to the power n is case 1. If n is even, then it is middle term is n by 2 plus 1th term is the middle term. And case 2, if n is odd, then n plus 1 by 2th term and n plus 3 by 2th term are middle terms. Clear? Now, p plus 1th term from end is equal to p plus 1th term from end is equal to n minus p plus 1th term from beginning. Clear? So, p plus 1th term from end is equal to n minus p plus 1th term from beginning. For making a term independent of x, we put r is equal to n in general term of x plus a to the power n. So we get NCN a to the power n that is independent of x. We can note that if the coefficients of rth, r plus 1th and r plus 2th term of 1 plus x to the power n are in AP, then it will satisfy n square minus 4r plus 1n plus 4r square is equal to 2. Right? Next is greatest term. So if TR and TR plus 1 be the rth term and r plus 1th terms in the expansion of 1 plus x to the power n, then TR plus 1 upon TR can be written as TR plus 1 upon TR is equal to NCR x to the power r upon NCR minus 1 x to the power r minus 1. And it can be written as n minus r plus 1 upon r into x. Now let the numerically TR plus 1 be the greatest term in the above expansion. Then TR plus 1 greater than equal to TR, or TR plus 1 greater upon TR greater than equal to 1. Right? So after doing TR plus 1 upon TR, we got n minus r plus 1 upon r mod x greater than equal to 1, or r will be less than equal to n plus 1 upon 1 plus mod x into mod x, right? So for TR plus 1 to be greatest term, r will be less than or equal to this thing. Clear? Now substituting the value of n and x in equation 1, we get m plus f or r is between r to m, right? Where m is a positive integer and f is a fraction, such that f is between 0 to 1. When r is less than equal to m plus f, then tm plus 1 is the greatest term. Where r is less than equal to m, tm and tm plus 1 are the greatest terms and both are equal. The coefficients of the middle term in the expansion of a plus x to the power n are called greatest coefficients. Right? Now let's discuss properties of binomial coefficients. In the binomial expansion of 1 plus x to the power n, 1 plus x to the power n can be represented as nc0 plus nc1x plus nc2x square till ncr x to the power r till ncn x to the power n. Right? Where nc0, nc1 till ncn are coefficients of various powers of x are called binomial coefficients, and it is also written as c0, c1 till cn, or c1, c0, c1 till cn can be represented as n by 0, n by 1 till n by n, right? Now, let's discuss some basic properties. NCR is equal to NCn minus r, right? Also, if NCR1 is equal to NCR2, this implies either R1 equal to R2 or R1 plus R2 is equal to n, right? Next is NCR plus NCR minus 1 can be written as n plus 1 CR. Also, NCR upon NCR minus 1 can be written as n minus r plus 1 upon r. R into NCR can be represented as n into n minus 1 CR minus 1. Also, NCR upon R plus 1 can be represented as n plus 1 CR plus 1 upon n plus 1. Right? Now, let's discuss some more properties of binomial coefficients. C0 plus C1 plus C2 till Cn is basically 2 to the power n, right? C0 plus C2 plus C4, that is sum of even coefficients, is equal to sum of odd coefficients, that is C1 plus C3 plus C5, and will be equal to 2 to the power n minus 1, right? Now, C0 minus C1 plus C2 minus C3, like here, plus and minus signs are alternate, right? Plus minus 1 to the power n Cn is equal to 0. Also, C0 square plus C1 square plus C2 square till Cn square is basically 2n Cn is equal to 2n factorial upon n factorial square. Also, C0 square minus C1 square plus C2 square minus C3 square is equal to minus 1 to the power n by 2 into n Cn by 2 if n is even and 0 if n is odd, right? Also, C0 Cr plus C1 Cr plus 1 till Cn minus r Cn is equal to can be written as 2n Cr n minus r, and it can be represented as 2n factorial upon n minus r factorial into n plus r factorial, right? Also C1 minus 2C2 plus 3C3 is equal to till infinity is equal to 0, right? Also C0 plus 2C1 plus 3C2 plus n plus 1 till n plus 1 Cn can be represented as n plus 2 2 to the power n minus 1. Also C0 minus C2 plus C4 minus C6 can be represented as root 2 to the power n root into cos n pi by 4. Also sum of odd coefficients with signs alternate plus and minus C1 minus C3 plus C5 minus C7, right, can be represented as 2 to the power n root of 2 to the power n into sine n pi by 4. Clear? Next, application of binomial theorem. First, R minus F factor relation, right? Here we are going to discuss the problems involving root A plus B to the power n can be represented as I plus F, right? Where I and n are positive integers and f is basically between 0 to 1. Also a minus b square is equal to k, right? And root a minus b less than root a minus b mod less than 1. Clear? Now one of the most frequent problems are divisibility problems. In the expansion of 1 plus alpha to the power n, we can conclude that 1 plus alpha to the power n minus 1 is divisible by alpha, right? That is, it is multiple of alpha. Differentiability problem, right? Sometimes to generalize the results, we use differentiation. So 1 plus x to the power n can be represented as nc0 plus nc1x plus nc2x square till ncn x to the power n. On differentiating both sides with respect to x, we got n into 1 plus x to the power n minus 1, 0 plus nc1 plus 2x nc2 till n into ncn x to the power n minus 1. Now let's put x equal to 1 both sides. You will get n into 2 to the power n minus 1 is equal to nc1 plus 2 to the power n c2 plus n to the power n cn, right? So this is differentiability problem. Now let's discuss binomial theorem for negative or rational index. See, you have to remember this expressions. Let n be a rational number and x be a real number such that mod x less than 1 can be represented as 1 plus x then x 1 plus x to the power n is equal to 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial x square plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 upon 3 factorial x cube till infinity, right? For n is a positive integer, then 1 plus x to the power n contains n plus 1 terms, right? N plus 1 terms, that is a finite number of terms, clear? Where n is when n is a negative integer or rational number, then the expansion 1 plus x to the power n contains infinitely many terms, right? If n is positive term, then there should be n plus 1 terms, right? And if n is negative term, then there should be infinite many terms. When n is a positive integer, then expansion of 1 plus x to the power n is valid for all value of x. And if n is a negative integer, then rational number, negative integer or rational number, then the expansion 1 plus x to the power n is valid for the values of x satisfying mod x less than 1, right? It will be valid when these conditions will be satisfied. Also, you have to remember these 4 conditions directly, which is 1 plus x to the power minus 1 is equal to 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube, like this till infinity. Also 1 minus x to the power minus 1 is 1 plus x square plus x cube till infinity, right? 1 plus x to the power minus 1 is basically 1 minus 2x plus 3x square minus 4x cube, like this till infinity. 1 minus x to the power minus 2 is basically 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus 4x cube till infinity, right? Now let's discuss principle of mathematical induction. In algebra, there are certain results that are formulated in terms of n, where n is a positive integer. Such results can be proved by a specific technique which is known as principle of mathematical induction, right? It is basically used to prove, right, certain results. Let's discuss first principle of mathematical induction. It consists of following three steps. Step 1, actual verification of the proposition for the starting value of I, right? Step 1. And step 2 says, assuming that proposition to be true for k, then k greater than equal to I, and proving that it is true for the value of k plus 1, which is next higher integer. Step 3. To combine the above two steps, let Pn be a statement involving the natural number n such that P1 is true, that is Pn is true, right, for n equal to 1. Second, Pm plus 1 is true whenever Pm is true, right? So you have to repeat these steps. That is, Pm is true, this implies Pm plus 1 must be true. Then Pn is true for all natural numbers n. Clear? So product of r consecutive integers is divisible by r factorial. You have to remember. Clear? Now summary of this chapter is basically, first we have discussed binomial theorem, which describes the algebraic extension of powers of a binomial. According to this theorem, it is possible to expand x plus y to the power n into a sum involving terms of the form a x to the power b y to the power c, where the exponents b and c are non-negative integers with b plus c equal to n. The coefficients a of each term is a specific positive integer depending on n and b, is known as binomial coefficient. An algebraic expression consisting of two terms with plus negative or positive signs between them is called binomial expression. Also, 1 plus x to the power n minus 1 minus x plus a to the power n minus x minus a to the power n can be represented as n by 2 if n is even, and n plus 1 by 2 if n is odd, right? Now, after that, we studied general term and middle term. We studied greatest term, properties of binomial coefficients, application of binomial coefficients, in which we have studied r minus m factor relation. We discussed some problems which was divisibility problem in the expansion of 1 plus x to the power n. We can conclude that 1 plus x to the power minus 1 is divisible by alpha, that is, it is a multiple of alpha, like that, right? After that, we discussed differentiability problem, binomial theorem for negative or rational index. After that, we discussed principle of mathematical induction, and in the last, we discussed first principle of mathematical induction, right? Okay, thank you.